Hi students, how are you doing today? This is your Professor Varun Shenoy signing in for a session on leadership attitude and industry analysis. In our previous classes, we understood various aspects of leadership. So this October month, we are going to begin with our industry analysis learning. I hope you will have a very good journey or travel in this entire industry analysis journey or classes. So we will begin. First of all, what is an industry? Is the question which you should know. So you all have heard about market, fish market, stock market, footwear market, textile market. So market is large. It exists in the economy. Industry, therefore, is a section of market where like or similar products are bought and sold and where demand and supply operate in that section of the market for that particular product. That is called as industry. If you take, for example, cement industry, it is that section of market where many players like Chettinad, ACC, Ambuja Cements, these all operate under demand and supply. So it is called as cement industry in the market. So market is the main thing in the economy and industry is a section of the market where like-minded players or competitors operate. Your economics applies there, perfect competition, monopoly, oligopoly, all these things operate. So I am sure that all your our students have taken up your degree or graduation either to take up job or further study your master's degree or PhD for in case of master's degree doctorate. So either endeavors you are choosing, you have to know the market. For example, if you are a BBA graduate, where are you going to work? You have a desire to work in, let us say, footwear industry. So before you join for a job in footwear industry in any of the company or the players or competitors, you should see whether the industry is prosperous, whether it is boom or bust, or it is depressive, appreciative, whether it is surging, whether it is volatile, so that you can get a good reading before you join that industry. So, people who are studying further, whether it is doctorate, PhD, or master's degree, you are going to choose an area or a specialization of study which would help you tomorrow to align your requirements in the industry where it is existing in the market. So industry is a section in the market where like-minded players or competitors operate for a product or services and where the economics operate or ergonomics of all market forces operate. All right. So at your graduate level currently or postgraduate level, why do you have to analyze industries? Because for your career and job purposes. But industry analysis holds not only career and job purposes for students but also for investors. If I am an investor in the stock market, I, before putting my investment in the stocks of the company, I need to know how the industry is, what the industry can do for my investment on that stock or that company. So, therefore, industry analysis is useful for investors, students, and also for various other stakeholders which you will learn in the course of time. So currently you can follow me now on this very important lecture on industry analysis. So, industry analysis is a market assessment technique or tool used by students, businesses, and analysts to understand the competitive dynamics of an industry. It helps them to get a sense of what is happening in an industry, like the demand and supply statistics, degree of competition within the industry, state of competition of the industry and other emerging trends. What is the future prospects of the industry on account of technological changes and the influence of external and the internal factors. So, the industry analysis is a very essential tool for the students to know that how he or she can take up a career in an industry for their future benefits. For example, if you are like to do an analysis of Reliance Geo, you have to take an analysis of Geo in comparison with the Airtel or Vodafone idea as well as with BSNL, the public and private sector comparison to know where does Reliance Geo stands in terms of its market share, its competitive advantage, and unique selling proposition. The industry analysis can take up you can take up to know what is the work environment industry analysis in a respective industry. You can undertake the financial industry analysis or financial analysis of respective industry for you to give a knowledge about the company. So this will fulfill your desire or need to know what is there in your mind to know about a particular industry. Okay. So there are different other types of industries analysis, like industry sector analysis, which you can do in segment. For example, auto and transportation sector, financial sector, then consumer durable sector, then electronics and information, healthcare sector, then metal and mining sector. So this is industry sector analysis, which is sector based. Okay. Then industry trend analysis on how a particular trend that is going on in an industry. For example, now if you take the COVID situation, there's a totally different trend in HR training industry. Previously, the training used to happen in the training centers, but nowadays it's contactless engagement, which is online, which is the new trend. So you have to conduct a research and know whether this trend shall continue even post COVID also. So similarly, environmental analysis you can undertake. So see what is the environment in Karnataka and what is the environment in Delhi. What is the business environment for Reliance Geo in Tamil Nadu? What is its Reliance Geo's industry environment in Andhra Pradesh? So comparative analysis you can do, and you can also do competitor analysis to know who are the major competitors of the industry you desire. So these are the types of industry analysis you can undertake. There are several methods, my dear students, how you can undertake this industry analysis. So the most famous is something called as SWOT analysis, which I'm pretty sure that most of our students know it, because SWOT analysis stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So if you take example of let us say banks, so Syndicate Bank or SBI or Canara Bank, which is the best performing bank at the industry. You can do the strength of the bank, you can do the weaknesses of the bank, you can study the opportunities of the bank, you can also study the threat of the bank. So these are the major techniques how you can take up industry analysis. Then you can follow pestle analysis. So pestle analysis is a kind of an nomenclature where you can do P for political, E for economical, S for social, all these technological environments of the organization you can undertake. So SWOT analysis, special analysis. You can also do Michael E. Porter's five forces model, which is pretty famous for doing the analysis. And you can also do McKinsey, a very well-known consulting firm, where you can take up their 7 years framework to know a particular organization. Or you can undertake the BCG model, that is the Boston Consulting Group, to know what is the advantage or the benefits of a market. So these are the types of technology or techniques which you can apply on a particular industry and know how you can succeed. Okay. So why industry analysis is because you can predict the performance. I told you. You can know through industry analysis how a business is positioned for the present and the future. Then you can analyze what are the broad factors that can affect its profitability. Okay, so these are the reason why you are doing your industry analysis. So to help you better position that whether you have to take up job in that company, or whether you are an investor in that company, or any kind of position you are in. So before you step up or step your stone on a company, please ensure that you are looking into it or analyzing into it with these three important models of industry analysis. Okay. Uh, so Michael E. Porter, special analysis, SWOT analysis, and you also have ABCD analysis, which is developed in-house in Srinivas University, where A stands for advantages of the industry, B for the benefits of the industry, and C for the constraints of the industry, and D for disadvantages of the industry. So ABCD analysis also you can apply. Then 7S framework of McKinsey, I told you, a consulting firm's analysis. So you have to research more on these techniques of knowing an industry through your research efforts. So with this, I would like to do a conclusion about today's industry analysis. That why, how this subject is to be learned. So in this class, I told you the meaning of industry. I told you what is industry analysis. I told you what is the purpose of industry analysis. I also outlined certain techniques that is essential for you to know on how an industry analysis can be taken up in a basic level by the students. So I'll see you soon. That's it for today. So stay safe, and I also urge you that you have to take up certain assignments in coming days, where you can be judged on your understanding and the overall scores for the subjects on leadership attitude and industry analysis. Have a good day, my dear students. Stay safe and bye.